So, Tim, where are you starting in the B?
Oh, no, I'm 8. I'm not optimistic because, to be honest with you, I've got Simon, who's hellish quick. Jordan beat me last time we were in a B final together. Rob's no slouch. Neil Graham's no slouch either, so it's going to be pretty tough getting to we'll see how.
Well, good luck either way, and top driver goes through to the A, so maybe see you there.
See how it goes. Fingers crossed.
Drivers are currently just getting over into their karts. Got a few drivers coming up to race control. Why are you up here? You're not even racing.
I know.
All right. Should we say hi to your sister? Hi, Lauren.
Oh God. Hello.
There you go. Little shout out for Ronan's sister.
Right, okay, we're about to get underway here at Willmill for the B final then. So as all the drivers set off now for the start of this 10 lap B final race. Heading down into turn 1. As you see now, it's very dark here now, we're just lit up by the floodlights. Hopefully the camera picks up the picture nicely. So head round Christmas corner into the darkness and back out into the light again. I think that's Neil Graham that's in there. We've got a big crash there further back. I think that's Adam Boone that's spun around. As our camera picks back up the picture. Oh, and we've got a massive crash there. I'm not too sure. I think that's Fraser Edge that just went flying into the pit pylon there. Fortunately, he looks okay and he's carrying on. So as the drivers cross the line first time, that's Neil Graham in first position, Simon Joanniou in second, Robert Hume in third, and Jordan Mackenzie Allen in fourth position. So as Simon heads up to Christmas, he's closing in on Neil Graham. As they come back out of the darkness into Inkerman corner. Down through the Zulus off the bottom of the corner. So the fastest first lap of the race was Robert Juma. It looked like we had a driver off there for Christmas. I'm not too sure what driver that is. I couldn't quite make out the number. I think the leader's going to head out of the corner here now. As the leaders come across the start line now then. Heading through turns 1 and 2. Going up to Christmas, it looks like Neil Graham's just managed to put a small gap on Simon. Simon's coming under pressure from Robert Juma now. So coming down out of the boot as they enter the boot now. I think Neil's made a mistake and lost a fair bit of ground there, because it looks like Simon Joanniou's managed to close in the gap quite a bit. They come now across the line, so the gap's just 0.3 of a second and then a further 0.5 of a second back to Robert Juma. So Simon's managed to close that gap in a little bit on that lap. So just to mention, the winner of this race does happen to get the last place, so 22nd on the grid of the A final. So they're not just fighting for the points at the moment; they are fighting for that extra position, in the A final to be able to get those A final points instead of the B final points. So these three, they are no doubt going to fight hard for that extra race. So they cross the line, going into turns 1 and 2. Around the corner up towards Christmas. And it looks like Simon's having a look. We seem to have lost focus on the camera slightly as we looked at that light. And as we come back into focus, it looks like Simon's still down in second position. He didn't quite manage to get the position away. So as we come down, it looks like Robert Juma's having a look up the inside on. Oh no, he didn't quite make the move stick. Going around Pitts Bend now. Neil Graham completing the halfway distance of this final. Just 5 laps left to go. Crossing the line. He's got a nice tidy gap. He's going to hope those two behind start scrapping so he can pull away and get that A final position. And we come round into Inkerman's corner. It looks like Robert Juma's just trying to tuck behind, do the undercut. Unfortunately didn't quite make it. They come round onto the boot now. Sorry, not onto the boot. And now they're heading into the boot. Round the top section. Coming off Pitts Bend. Still got Neil Graham in the lead ahead of Simon from Robert Juma, ahead of Jordan Mackenzie Allen. Not too sure what's happened with the focus here. Hopefully we'll get this back shortly. So we've still got Neil Graham in the lead of this race. Obviously heading into the boot now. So we head round the top of Pitts Bend into the bottom of Pitts Bend. It looks like Robert Juma has managed to take the position away from Simon, or has he? It's going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Simon manages to hold on to it. It looks like Jordan Mackenzie Allen's going to be there to try and capitalise and get the position away from Simon there. So, now Robert Juma's in second and Jordan Mackenzie Allen in third, or is he? No, he's managed to hold on to it. Well, Jordan Mackenzie Allen's going to be happy with that, as Robert Juma now sets about chasing down Neil Graham in the final 3 laps of this race. As they come into Pitts Bend. Looks like we might have a back marker come into play here. I'm guessing that's going to be Dave George that they're going to be approaching. Very much looks like he's off the pace compared to these leaders, but everyone's got to start somewhere. So, how close is Neil? What's the gap? At the end of that lap, the gap was 1.1 second. Is he going to get a clean, tidy pass on Dave George? Yeah, nice and easy pass. And it looks like that's worked out nicely for Neil Graham, as Robert Juma gets held up off the exit of Inkermans. I do think Dave George is trying to get out of the way. It's very difficult as a newcomer when you're trying to get a handle of the karts to actually get out of the way, so hopefully our drivers are understanding. Right, so as they all come across the line now, so the gap did drop down then, so it didn't work quite so well for Neil there. Robert is now just 0.8 seconds behind, but we are on the last lap of the race. So Robert Juma is hoping for a bit of a miracle here, hoping that Neil Graham makes a mistake and ends up slipping past. As we head down through the bottom of the Zulus for the last time, as we come into Pitts Bend, into the boot, round the top of the boot. Robert Juma, you're probably going to look at it. If he had another lap, he'd probably be all over the back of him. Unfortunately for him though, the win goes to Neil Graham. So Neil Graham will be starting 22nd on the grid in the A final, and Robert Juma takes second position, and Jordan Mackenzie Allen rounding out that top 3. Just to follow down the order, Simon Duranu in 4th, Tim Maragon in 5th, Andrew Brown in 6th, Austin Gatorix in 7th, Robert Holm in 8th, Sam Taylor in 9th, Adam Boone in 10th, Ashley Little in 11th, Michael Olive in 12th, Guy Pollard in 13th, Richard Welch in 14th, Kieran Maudsley in 15th, Graham Walsh in 16th, Fraser Edge 17th, Richard Olive in 18th, Andrew Flowers in 19th, Jake Wright in 20th, and Dave George in 21st position.
That's the B final over. A win from Neil Graham, which means he gets promoted to the A final. Just heading over there now to find Neil himself. Well done. Second place for Robert Juma.
Needed another lap.
Were you catching, were you?
Yeah. Definitely. I thought actually it was another lap, but I think that was the table was showing for back marker. That's why I didn't count properly, but
Good effort, really good effort. All right, Tim.
Yeah, not too bad. I was hoping for a top 5, and to be fair, I didn't think I was going to get it. I don't know who was in front of me for a long period of time, but they made it really difficult for me to get past. Really pleased I overtook them cleanly into Inkermans, so over the moon with that. And then I was hoping desperately I might be able to close it on the back group. We came across a back marker. I don't know who they were, but respect to them, they got out of the way. They didn't make an issue, wait everybody through. So we got nice and bunched up. And then just in the boot, I thought I'd got Simon Ioannou. I thought I'd gone set up for the undertake there. Just got over the inside and then sort of ran wide on the final entry of the pit straight. So missed him by a gnat's chuff, if you'll excuse.
Well, brilliant race anyway. Brilliant race.